Hello everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I know that there are lots of problems with weather in lots of parts of the world, so I hope that you managed to be where you were supposed to be and you managed to stay warm and safe. I spent Christmas at my son's house. So my son and my daughter, their kids and us had a lovely couple of days together. I pre-recorded the Gummiapan calendar a couple of days before Christmas so that I could go and enjoy those couple of days with my family. And my calendar goes on to the 31st. I know a lot of people thought that, like any Advent calendar, it would stop on Christmas Eve. But mine goes on to 31. So I've got a few more, and I have looked at this one. I know what it is, and this is going to be a quick one because one thing, we've got to go out and buy a new bed. So, one thing and another. The sales are on at the moment, so it's a good time to go. So this is the die for the 27th. And it's a rather splendid armchair. When I first saw it, I thought, oh my Lord, Uncle Jasper used to sit in a chair like this. Oh dear, many years ago. So I thought it would be rather a nice chair for a chap, and a birthday card for a chap. So it was just how to put it together, really. I decided that I would do the sentiment on the computer, and I would choose a colour in the chair and the colour of the sentiment to go together. When I looked at the chair, I thought leather. I know a lot of these chairs often are fabric, but I thought leather. Make it manly. Let's make it manly. So the sentiment I made on the computer was, take it easy, it's your birthday. And this would just go in the middle like that. Really, really simple. The way I did the sentiment and placed it, I have done a video about, and I will put a link at the bottom to show how I did it. Because of the size of this die, I decided to use a 5x7 sized card base. Now, a 5x7 card base, I use this linen texture, and the grain was going more or less this way. So when I designed the sentiment, I tilted the paper on the computer so that it was, when cut, it would be in the same direction as this one. What I do is I have the visible screen set so that the size of the paper that I see is exactly the size of a piece of A4, which is what I will be printing onto. Excuse me. So I turned it landscape. I took my die that I was going to cut my panel with over to the computer. I can put that in front of the screen and just see where I want my two bits of text to go. And I put those into text boxes so I could just move them wherever I wanted. And I had a die cut of this that I just put in the middle to see what the spacing was like. It's as techie, I have to say, not. But it works for me. So if you want to have a look at that video to see how I manipulate text for sentiments, I will, as I said, put the link at the bottom. So now I'm going to make the chair. So that's going to be my panel. This is going to be my chair. I'm going to cut one out, as I always do, just to see what it looks like, and use as a base layer, a sort of a starting point, really. And this die has got, as with all of these Gummiapan dies, has got the most amazing detail. Look at this. It's got all the stud work going around, the buttoning, the scroll work and stuff on the legs. And I thought it would be nice to bring out the detail on these legs and on the cushioning at the back. So, leather. To use leather, I found in my drawer, I've got this it's card that's got a leather texture, but you can also get embossing folders that would do leather as well. So you could die cut and then emboss with an embossing folder if you wanted the effect of leather. I tried that the other day in a video. I can't remember which one it was now. So I'm going to cut one of these from the leather textured cardstock, which I've had for donkey's years. This was from a company called Paper Mill Direct. When they weren't direct, it was when it was a shop. But they closed their shops and they had just online business. But look at the detail. Look at the detail in that there. Isn't that gorgeous? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one as the wood, the base layer of the chair. I'm going to support it with that one. And I'm going to do another one that I'm going to cut out the upholstered part. So one more to cut out. Let's do that now. Then as I have done with lots of these dies, I kind of cannibalise them so that I can just use part of them. Okay, let's have another one of these. There we go. Now, for the effect of the carved part of the chair, I want to highlight this detail. And what I want to do this time, put that in up there to keep it safe. What I want to do this time is to use some luscious pigment powder to pick up that relief. This is the one I've chosen. It's called Grungy Gold. It looks green. When you put it onto dark coloured cardstock, it looks gold. If you put it onto light white, for example, cardstock, then some of the green shows. It's amazing stuff. You can do so much with it. So I'm going to use a soft brush, just see how it goes on to start with. And if I don't get enough, I'll use a bit of Versamark or something so that it's got something to hold on to. So a dab into the pot. Let me just have a look at my watch. Are we still all right? I've got my notice up there saying, you know, look what you're doing, kind of thing. So just dusting some of this, because I want the effect to be kind of subtle. Let's see how it goes, see if there's enough detail. And I can see, to compare, if I think I've got enough, by just popping another one over the top when it's cut out, just to see. I think this will probably be enough, actually. Let's just see. Just the oil from my hand sometimes is enough to give the powder something to grab onto. If you put it, if you do go down the Versamark route, it will be quite heavy looking. Okay. Let's see if we've got enough. You can always put some more on afterwards. Now, I'm going to, I should have done this first, I suppose, really. Get things in the right order. Just wipe my fingers because I don't want too much of that onto this bit. If I think it's not enough, I can always, as I say, go down the Versamark route. Going to cut out the upholstery part of this so you can see how these are partly cut. So if you want to use them as a whole, it looks like an embossed line. But if you want to do, you know, a bit of inlay or whatever, then you can take bits out. Right, now I want the cushion off. Just make sure of the line. Right. There are little places along these, can you see? Little places along the line that are actually attached. You just need to snip through those. It is often helpful to have some pointy scissors like this so that A, you can see what you're doing, and B, they do cut accurately. So I don't need that. And this bit of the arm I don't need either, so I need to just snip that out. There we go, just the bottom as well. Okay, so there's my upholstery. So if I just look at this like this, do you know, I don't think that effect, I really don't think that's enough. Don't think that's strong enough. I am going to use a bit of Versamark. So I'm just going to go round the edges. Just the bits that I need the powder to adhere to. It just needs something to grab hold of, really. I think that'll do. Right. Get my brush again. And add a bit this time. See what the difference of the effect is. Shall I come in for this? I come in and then I forget to go out again, don't I? Are you coming? There we go. Can you see the way it jumps onto the... It attaches to the Versamark. It's gorgeous stuff. Love it. Indigo blue. Indigo blue luscious powder. It is absolutely luscious. Decidedly. Look at it. Whoa. It's lovely. Yeah. Yes, it is better with the... It'll just give more contrast with the other stuff. Okay. So there's my gilding-ish on the... I could have used gilding wax, but that gives a really, well, full cover, really. Whereas this one just gives more of the effect of the patina or patina, or however people like to say it. So I'm going to put the top back on this. I'm going to wipe up, then start putting some of these together. I need that, I need that, I need that. I don't need that or that. Okie dokie, let's give a wipe. It's so interesting, these powders. They've got so many different actual colours in them, and depending what you do with them, you get a totally different effect. Right, some glue. I'm now going to, I think I'll glue the back of this. Make it in. Oh, let me come out again. You don't really need to see too close up what I'm doing. People complain, oh, you went out of shot. I know, I'm so sorry. I just kind of don't think I get caught up with what I'm doing, and I need a professional cameraman, really, don't I? Perhaps I should train my husband. Be good. I don't think he's about as techie as I don't know. I remember once we were in Greece, and by the Acropolis, and I said, "Oh, take a picture of me." And I gave him my camera and well, my phone really, and he said, "Oh, I've taken several." And what he was doing, he was actually turning the phone off, not pressing the shutter button. So there were no photographs of me at all, really. Never mind. He means well. Right. Put on the seat. There we are. I'm just wondering whether to put this on. I think I'll stick it for that. I am just wondering about whether to ground it with something. I had a message from on one of these videos from a lady called Di, whom I met ages ago when a friend from the States came over, and I knew her, in inverted commas, via my challenge blog I used to run called Less is More. And she said, she reminded me that when we first started this challenge, Clean and Simple was kind of the new kid on the block, and a lot of people didn't kind of know what to do. So it was a bit innovative in that we said that, we would help people and tell them what to do with their cards to make them more, clean and simple. And she reminded me that I said about grounding an image makes a lot of difference. And I think, remember the television we did the other day or whatever, I just stamped a little something to ground it. I wonder if I should do the same with this. But it does look kind of like a chap's card, doesn't it? So I will see whether I ground it or whether I don't. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you all of those people who've been so generous in buying me a coffee, and it means a lot, I have to say. It means a lot. And I hope that everyone will continue to the end of the series. Get with me up to 31, and then I'll go back to doing sort of different techniques for videos. So, as ever, have a lovely day, and thanks for watching.